Welcome to the Basic Civil Engineering lecture series by Roy M. Thomas.
Hi everybody, I am Royan Thomas. Now we will discuss the engineering materials. So what is meant by engineering materials? The materials used for engineering construction or building construction, that is called engineering materials or building materials, or it is called construction materials. You think about some materials. What are the materials used for construction? Say for example, cement, that is a construction material, cement, stone, glass, then what else? Concrete, then comes the paint, varnish, distemper, etc. So these are the materials used for construction. These are called engineering materials or building materials or construction materials. Now I will group these materials into three classes. The first group, that is cement, concrete, lime, etc. They are called cement material group. First one, cement material groups. Now the second group, that is brick, steel, stone, glass, etc. They are called solid materials. What else remaining? That is paint, varnish, distemper. What is the purpose of paint, varnish and distemper? To protect the other materials. So they are called protective materials. So which means whatever be the materials used for construction, we can group or classify into three groups or three classes: cement materials group, solid materials group and protective materials group. Now today we will see the first material, that is cement. So what is cement? Cement is a building materials. In addition to that, we can say it is a binding material. That is the main purpose of cement in building. It will bind the other materials. So when you think about the cement, you have to consider the raw materials for the manufacturing process. Raw materials. So what are the raw materials used for manufacturing cement? The main raw material, that is limestone and marl. Put together it is called calcareous materials. So why it is called calcareous materials? Because the calcium is the main content in these two materials. Second one, clay and shale, shale. Put together it is called argillaceous material. So why it is called argillaceous material? Because silica is the main content in these two materials. Then of course coal, then gypsum also required. So these are the raw materials used for manufacturing cement. Next comes the manufacturing process. Three stages or three steps in the manufacturing process. The first one, mixing up of all these materials. Mix all the raw materials together. Then after mixing, burning, and last stage, grinding, making into powder. So these are the three stages in the manufacturing process of cement: mixing, burning, grinding. So actually there are different methods for mixing, different methods for burning, different methods for grinding. We need not go into deep of all these process. So time being, you understand like this: the manufacturing process consists of three steps, three stages: mixing, burning and grinding. So if you do these three process, you will get cement. And if you analyze that cement, that may contain lime about 60 to 67 percentage, silica 17 to 25 percentage, alumina 3 to 8 percentage, and iron oxide about 5 to say 2 percentage, and little amount of soda, manganese oxide, etc. So each compound is having its own function. Say for example lime, that will give a strength to the masonry, alumina will give color as well as that will help the burning process, iron oxide will give the color to the cement. So each compound or each material is having its own function. So if you change this composition, say for example instead of lime say 60 percentage, if you make a cement with lime say 80 percentage, then also you will get a cement that will give some special property or show some special quality. Similarly silica, instead of say 17 percentage, say if you make it for say 40 percentage, alumina say instead of say 80 percentage, if you are making a cement for say 30 percentage or 32 percentage. So iron oxide, so instead of 0.5 if you are making a cement say 0 percentage iron oxide, then also you will get a cement. Such cements are called special cements, special cement. Otherwise it is called Portland cement. So cement is broadly classified into Portland cement and special cement. Under Portland cement there are three types. The first one is ordinary Portland cement. Ordinary Portland cement. In short form, some of the textbook you can see OPC. OPC means ordinary Portland cement. And rapid hardening cement. And low heat cement. Actually this rapid hardening cement and low heat cement, it is used for special purpose even though it is classified under Portland cement. So ordinary Portland cement, rapid hardening cement, low heat cement. Special cement, actually there are more than 30 different types of special cement available in the market. So for say for example say white cement, that is a special cement, white cement. Then immediately you can say colored cement, colored cement. Then expanding cement, expanding cement. High alumina cement. Acid resistant cement. Sulfate resistant cement. Then blast furnace cement, blast furnace cement or blast furnace slag cement, pozzolana cement, etc., etc. So there are nearly 30 different types of special cements. At least you try to remember 10, total 10, 3 here and another 7 there or 5 there. Now in the examination, so this is important, classification of cement. So if it asks in the examination, always you present your answer like this. First you write how it is classified, Portland cement group and special cement group. Then write about each cement about 2 or 3 sentences. Say for example, ordinary Portland cement. What we can say about ordinary Portland cement? For most of the construction, ordinary Portland cement is used, which is available in 50 kilogram bags. So that's all. Okay. Now coming to the rapid hardening cement. What is meant by rapid hardening? Rapid means faster. So hardening process, that hardening process will be faster or quicker. So where it can be used? So if you want to finish the construction say much earlier, you can go for rapid hardening cement. Hardening process will be faster. Then come to the low heat cement. As you know, when you pour water to cement, due to some chemical reaction, a lot of heat will be emitted. So it will be difficult, say for example for massive construction like this metro rail construction, big projects, lot of heat will be emitted because number of bags use are many. So heat emission will be more, that will be a problem for the workers. So in that case, go for low heat cement, heat emission will be less. So where it can be used? It can be used for massive construction. So like that, 2-3 sentences about each cement you have to write. So I repeat, ordinary Portland cement for normal construction available in 50 kg, rapid hardening cement, hardening process will be faster, so that is used for if you want to finish the construction earlier. Then low heat cement, that is used for massive construction. Okay. Now coming to the special cement, white cement, where it is used? White cement used for say whitewashing it is used. Then colored cement, how the colored cements are manufactured? During the manufacturing process of cement, we have to add the coloring agent, respective coloring agents, they are called pigments. Pigments are called coloring agents. Say for example, if you add cobalt, you will get blue color cement. So these are called pigments. So if you add the pigments for different color, there are different coloring agents, they are called pigments. If you add pigments, you will get colored cement. If you are not adding any pigments, you may get white cement. That means, that's what I told in the beginning, if iron oxide, if you make a cement with iron oxide 0%, you will get white cement. So colored cement, what is the use of colored cement? Color washing. Then color tile, nowadays people are using color tiles for aesthetic purpose. So if that is the case, that joints can be filled by color cement. White cement can be used for filling the gap of white tiles. Okay. So colored cement used for color washing, color tile fixing. Now coming to the expanding cement. This cement, if you place it in the proper place, that will expand. So normal cement won't expand. So suppose there is a crack in the wall like this. If you fill it with ordinary cement, there are chances of developing crack after some time along the same position. So if you add, instead of that ordinary cement, if you fill the gap with expanding cement, that will expand. So that joints will be tightly packed. So there will not be any furthermore cracks or failure. So it is used for repairing works. Expanding cement is used for repairing works. Next comes the alumina cement. For normal cement, we have already discussed, the alumina content is 3 to 8%. If you make a cement with alumina content more than 32%, that cement is called high alumina cement. So what is the use or purpose of high alumina cement? That will give more strength. So what is the purpose of high strength in cement? Suppose if you want to construct say 2 more floors above this roof, this base room should take all the weight coming over this room. So this base room should have sufficient strength to take care of the all weight or load coming over it. If that is the case, go for high alumina cement. Is it clear? High alumina cement is used for getting more strength. Now the next two, that name itself gives the purpose. Acid resistant cement. What is the purpose? To resist the action of acid. So where it can be used? It can be used in laboratories. So if you pour some acid on this floor, that will spoil the entire appearance of this floor. But if you are using acid resistant cement, if you pour acid, you can very easily wipe it away. So there will not be any patches or color change on the surface. Similarly, sulfate resistant cement, that will resist the action of alkali. So where it is used, it can be used in factories. Okay. Now comes the last one as per this chart, blast furnace slag cement. What is slag? All of you may be knowing slag, it is a waste product. So and waste product is utilized in the manufacturing process of this cement. So what is the advantage? Cost. Cost is reduced here, minimized here in the manufacturing process. So this is cheaper cement. So we can be used for say for example construction of some drain. Now we will see the properties of ordinary Portland cement. OPC means ordinary Portland cement. So, whenever you think about any material, what should be the first or the basic or important property of that material? Say for example, chalk, what should be the important property, or a desk, important property, a brick, what should be the important property? The main property or the important property of any material is the compressive strength. So, here also we will discuss the first property as compressive strength. So, what is meant by compressive strength? Say for example, this is a duster. Okay. If I press this duster from the top as well as from the bottom, I am applying compressive force on this duster. Okay. Then the resistance of this duster, that is called compressive strength. Say for example, if I apply force from top as well as from bottom, these forces are called compressive force, and the resistance of that body is called the compressive strength. Instead of that, if I am pulling it like this, I am pulling from the bottom, I am pulling from the top like this, I am pulling like this, then it is called tensile force. The resistance of the duster, the material or the body, is called tensile strength. If I do it like this is called tensile force, and the resistance is called tensile resistance or tensile strength. In cement, we will consider only the first one, that is the compressive strength. What should be the compressive strength of a cement? Compressive strength of cement in newtons per millimeter square, that is the unit, at 28th day. Why 28th day? Cement or concrete, it is assumed to attain its maximum strength at 28th day. That is why it is given as at 28th day. The minimum compressive strength should be 33 newtons per mm square. Minimum, it can be more than that. So, compressive strength should be more than 33 newtons per millimeter square. Okay. Second property, that is called setting time. Setting time. It is designated as initial setting time, and final setting time. Final setting time. So, what is meant by initial setting time and final setting time? If you pour water to cement, immediately it won't set. It will take some time. Why that allowance? Or you think it in the other way. If you pour water to cement, it is setting. Pouring water, setting. No use for that cement. It will take some time for mixing, it will take some time for transporting, it will take some time for placing, it will take some time for finishing to make like this. There should be some time allowance for all these operations: mixing, transportation, placing and finishing. That time allowance is called initial setting time. Okay. That should not be less than 30 minutes or half an hour. So, within 30 minutes you have to carry out all these process, all these operations. Similarly, that should attain its final stage or that final hardening process, that time is called final setting time, and that should not be more than 600 minutes or 10 hours. So, initial setting time should not be less than 30 minutes and final setting time should not be more than 600 minutes or 10 hours. And third property is, that is called soundness. Soundness, it is nothing but the expansion of cement. Soundness means expansion of cement. Now, we have seen when we discussed the expanding cement, I told after placing that will expand. But ordinary Portland cement should not expand more than 10 millimeters. So, these are the properties of ordinary Portland cement, and these properties are called engineering properties. Engineering properties of OPC. Compressive strength minimum 33 newtons per mm square at 28th day. Setting time, initial setting time should not be less than 30 minutes and final setting time should not be more than 600 minutes and expansion should not be more than 10 mm. After writing these three engineering properties or main properties, you can add the other properties like binding property, water resistant, temperature resistance, etc. Okay. So that's all about the properties of OPC. And one more classification is mentioned in your syllabus, that is grade classification of cement. Grade classification of cement. There are 3 types as per the grade classification. Some of you may be knowing. So they are 33 grade, 43 grade and 53 grade. So classification of cement based on the grade. So what is this stands for? 33, 43, 53. 33, what is 33? It is already available in the board. You see OPC 33, what is 33? That is the compressive strength. So it is based on the compressive strength. Grade classification, it is based on the compressive strength of the cement. So here compressive strength 33 newtons per mm square at 28th day, here 43 newtons per mm square at 28th day, here 53 newtons per mm square at 28th day. If you see any cement bag, you can see the grade of the cement that will be written on the cement bag. Next time when you see any cement bag, just watch it here. I have brought a piece of a cement bag here, you can see. So this is JSW cement. JSW cement, you see ISI mark cement. It is ordinary OPC, ordinary Portland cement. You see here it is written. It is a 53 grade cement. So like that, if you observe, watch any cement bag, you will be able to see the grade of cement. So this classification, it is based on the compressive strength. Grade classification is based on the compressive strength of cement. Okay, hope it is clear for you. Now the last title in the cement, that is uses. So there are many uses for cement. So what are the different uses? Don't say construction of building. So if you write or say a construction of building, you may get only 1 mark. So instead of that, you say different parts of the building. What are the different parts of the building? Construction of foundation, construction of flooring, construction of wall, construction of beam, construction of columns, construction of roof, construction of sunshade. So like that, you increase your points. Now in addition to that, you can say construction of bridges, construction of dams, then canal, side wall of the canal, that is called canal lining. Then if you go to the railway track, you can see a small beam under the railway track, that is called railway sleepers. Then construction of swimming pools, electric post, compound wall, solid block, paving blocks, and even nowadays for construction of roads, cement is used. So if you consider the railway, airport, so airport roads are constructed by concrete, that is called white topping road. In Kalamassery also, from HND junction to the medical college, you can see a concrete road, that is called white topping. So similarly, Changanasheri, from Pulingunni, near to Pulingunni campus, from Changanasheri to Alappuzha, now the construction is going on, that is white topping concrete road. So many uses are there for cement. So to wind up, I repeat, so today we have discussed the first material used in construction, that is cement. We have seen the raw materials used for making cement: limestone, marl, clay, coal, gypsum. Then manufacturing process, mix it, paint it and grind it. Then final composition, lime, silica, iron oxide, etc. Then we have seen the classification, that is very important. It is classified as Portland cement and special cement. Under Portland cement, first one, ordinary Portland cement, used for normal construction. When you write in the examination, there you add that properties, the properties which we have discussed, that belong to ordinary Portland cement. So after writing for normal construction OPC is used, you write the first property. What is the first property? Compressive strength. What should be the minimum compressive strength? 33 newtons per mm square at 28th day compressive strength. Then setting time, initial should not be less than 30 minutes and final should not be more than 600 minutes. Then expansion should not be more than 10 mm. Then second cement, rapid hardening cement, that will harden faster construction, that is recommended. Then low heat cement, heat emission will be less, so for massive construction that is used. Now coming to the special cement, the first one is white cement. It is used for whitewashing, no agents, coloring agent, no pigments are added there. then white tile fixing. Then coming to the next one, that is colored cement. Pigments, coloring agents are added to make colored cement. Then acid resistant cement to resist the action of acid, sulfate resistant cement to resist the action of sulfate. So it is used in factories. Then expanding cement, that will expand, so it is used for the repairing works. Then high alumina cement, if the alumina content is more than 32%, strength will be more. Then blast furnace slag cement, that will reduce the cost of production. Then we have discussed the properties, so we have already discussed when we discussed the OPC. Then grade classification, 3 grades, 33, 43, 53. What is meant by the grade? These are the compressive strength in newtons per mm square at 28th day. Then we have discussed uses. Hope it is clear for you. Thank you.